Watch this video, then we'll talk.
I rejected a man. He slashed my tire. I rejected a man and he slashed my tire.
Not me. Not me.
I rejected a man and he slashed my tire. That's all I have to say.
She rejected a man, and that man did to the tire what he wanted to do to her. That's what happened. She rejected a man, and that man who had a knife on him, whether that was on his person or in his car or I don't know. But that man had a knife and said, I feel compelled to use this knife on somebody. And he said, you know what? I don't feel like getting charged for murder, but if I destroy somebody else's property, then I still get to get my rage out. I still get to get my anger out at women without being charged for first degree. So let me take it out on this car. Not even this car, on her car, because it is an approximation to her. It feels closer to, ooh, yeah, this'll show her. It's without it actually being her. And that's what gave him the satisfaction. She rejected a man that has all of the likelihood of becoming an abuser, if he is not already. Because all it took was her saying no for him to pull out a knife and use it. Hi, my name is Shayna. On this platform, I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living through an intersectional lens. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to leave the United States, me and a friend of mine, we have a free checklist. It is free. 100% free. The link to it is in the description. It'll help you because I'm currently living in Thailand. She lives in Denmark. We both lived and emigrated to multiple countries. You don't have to be rich to do it. And things are so scary in many places around the world. So if you're interested in learning, getting information about how you can make your great escape or just like live somewhere where like you feel better. You feel better, you experience more safety. If you're interested in moving abroad, we have a whole platform about that. Everything is in the description. I also have a whole bunch of other things. So if you'd like to participate with more of my content on other platforms, everything in the description. Now I want to talk about the reality that happens to both sides of this story after the tire got slashed. Let's start off with the woman, the victim in this conversation. So her tire gets slashed. She now has to pay somebody to repair the tire or to get the car towed. She is now forever going to think, well, this happened once before. Is this or worse going to happen again if I decide to talk to a man? If a man decides to talk to me and I don't want to further this conversation, does he have a knife on him now? And do I have the money to get another tire installed? Oh, well, you know what? It might save me money if I learned how to, maybe I need to buy like one of those things that lift the car up a little bit so that way I can learn how to install my own tire. What are other ways that I could further protect myself and now my things because I said no thank you to a man? She has posted this story online. So many women are sharing their stories of other forms of male violence that have been enacted upon them or their things. In the comment section, she will share this story with her friends and family. The ones that are interested in talking to men will be like, ooh, things to be considered. All right, I don't want violence enacted upon me or my things. I will ideally behave and act as safely as I possibly can. Thank you for this information. Yeah, life goes on as more people have to deal with the after effects of this trauma. Oh, and then of course, other people will hear what she is saying and go, you know what, I don't want to engage. I don't want to engage. I don't have enough disposable income to continue to fix the things that men could potentially destroy of mine if I say I would not like to see you. So I'm just going to do my best not to engage. Now, the kicker is that for both of those people, it genuinely doesn't matter. A man is going to approach you no matter what. Like, if a man wants to approach you, if a man wants to commit crime, he's going to commit crime no matter what. So, It's nice for us to try to do the things that will keep us safest, but a criminal is a criminal. Don't matter. He's going to do crime. But now let's talk about the other side of the coin. What does life continue on after you have slashed somebody's tire that told you no thank you? What happens afterwards? Arguably nothing. Arguably nothing changes. He will likely share that story to some of his friends. And it is very unlikely that any of those friends will tell him, hey, what you did was wrong. You need to find a way to pay her. You need to find a way to apologize. You need to make amends. This is not good behavior. That usually, 11 times out of 10, does not happen. Men holding men accountable in that kind of way, where it actually becomes where they try to actually make amends for their bad behavior, not just like in the immediate of, oh, I hurt this one specific person, but actually making long-term change. Go and talk to somebody, like have a recreational sport that you could start getting some of this anger out, bro. Like, what's on your YouTube channel? Because it's seeming like a whole lot of red pill, black pill, whatever pill content. That kind of conversation, 11 times out of 10, does not happen. So he shares a story with his guys. The guys generally, whether they dismiss it or because it makes them uncomfortable, all the way to encouraging it, it just becomes another thing that is discussed, kind of like Minecraft. His behavior does not change, as we have said, but now he knows that along with his behavior not changing, he knows that there is no consequence for him doing this specific thing. So is there a likelihood of him doing this specific thing again because he knows that there will be no consequence? Probably. Is there a likelihood that he will try and take it one step further, either intentionally or unintentionally? Why? Because there are no consequences. There are no personal consequences when it comes to his inner circle, his family, his friends. Like nobody's really stopping them. It's like, oh, okay, nothing has really changed in my personal life. Professionally, unless she is able to file a report and that like makes its way back to his employer professionally, nothing is really going to change. When it comes to societally, will the police do anything? Will society make this change? Likely not. So nothing really changes, which basically means that there's an encouragement for this kind of behavior to continue and to grow. And that's just what his life looks like. And then so many people wonder, oh, well, like, you weren't specifically traumatized by a man in a relationship. You weren't specifically da-da-da. Why don't you want to engage? Because I'm on the other side of this coin. I have been attacked by men that I was not dating, was not interested in, did not know these men. I have friends that were attacked, harassed, abused by men and have shared their stories. And guess what? I believed them. And I knew those men. Sometimes they were boyfriends, sometimes they were fiancés, sometimes they were husbands. And I go, wow. This happens so often. I don't need to become another statistic. So yes, while I am still plagued with being attracted to men in some kind of way, it's going to take so much for me to want to engage. Even on the street, like the idea of, and I think I talked about this in another video, but the idea of like me approaching a man that I found attractive, one, I don't find men attractive in that way. I've never met a man attractive enough for me to go up to him and say, wow, you look nice. Never met a man that, no thank you. But also like me putting myself in positions to try and be picked by a man, I'm like, y'all are too dangerous for that. Why would I go up to a tiger holding a piece of raw meat and be like, you're such a pretty tiger. Would you like to come home with me? You're a tiger and there's meat in my hand. And there are so many men out there that are either the tire slashers, the encourager for the tire slashers, which means that they do worse, or the silent bystanders for the tire slashers, that I'm like, I love myself too much to put myself in the line of fire. And a tire can be repaired. My body can't be, I can't be slashed like that. So those are my thoughts. Feel free to leave yours in the comment section. And I mean it. Stay safe out there.